This might be one of my favorite exhibits of this challenge thus far. Exhibit 134 focuses on the Wright brothers, and I really enjoyed learning all the events and information surrounding an obviously major milestone of American history that we definitely covered in history class at school, but then moved on to the next invention. I learned so much in this exhibit. It opens focusing on their family, and I love how it called out their mother, who worked in her father's carriage shop and built them toys growing up. As you move throughout the exhibit, you discover along with the Wright brothers, learning about wing warping, lift, and even what type of fabric works best. Did you know that the French satin on their very first glider was repurposed by the Tate family into dresses for their two little girls after the Wrights' first visit to Kitty Hawk? Probably the star of the show is the original Wrights flyer in the middle, and it's a bit of a ship of Theseus situation, having crashed before they left Kitty Hawk, then survived a major flood. No one treated this like it was the national treasure that it was. In the back corner, they actually have a display about the history of the flyer as a museum object, and it's really interesting. I kept trying to figure out who Wilbur reminded me of throughout the entire exhibit, and then this caricature really sealed it for me. It's the guy from Babe, right? But then also kind of the guy from Westworld. I need to do a separate video about my favorite facts from this exhibit because there's just way too many to include here, so I'll leave you with this one. Similar to the royal family, and I'm also pretty sure the keepers of the Coca-Cola formula, the Wright brothers never flew together except for one time at their flight school. Isn't that wild? When you visit this exhibit, make sure you try out the different interactive displays and swing through the airplanes in the art section at the very back. I didn't even know that existed until this visit. This both took longer and then not as long as I expected to read, closing down the museum again after a reading time of 2 hours and 15 minutes, and then just 1 minute and 6 seconds to speed run. That brings my total time across 7 exhibits at the Museum of Air and Space to 10 hours and 35 minutes. See you in the next exhibit.